his Otto full of juice because of the event. Nice work. So just lowering his morale so he takes more damage. And the most we can get is 50. So it worked, RSC worked out perfectly. Do you have anybody who's good at support attacking? Yeah, I think that'll do it. Okay, and then Rand Davran is Rand Travis. The time has finally come for us to finish it all. Rand says, I've always wanted to put this bed guy. You're the one who kept running off. Those were simply tactical retreats, but not again. You have personally set my hide in solar flame, a worthy opponent indeed. Alright, that's good. I can see that today you're coming at me more as a real man than some jealous kid. You're trying to provoke my fighting spirit? Because it's worked. Let's go, Darren. I'll beat you into the ground with everything the Gunleon and I have. And then Mel like, these two are just too much like each other. The Jigen and the Jester are from Unicorn, with his Beam Deagle and Beam actual just SMG, and the Girazulu in Unicorn have the Beam AKs, like straight up just at the 47 that shoots lasers. Find a picture that you can go down. Go! And they have, and their rocket launches Panzerfaust as well. Like it's like a little RPG. Yeah, there you go.
この連携こそが人類の強さです。のりりりで、
Not a really legendary move. Inazuma kicks like, lady, she's fucking right over there. Sort yourself out. And there it is, like, super hard on them just to like you've got regular guns with like lasers. It's really weird. Everything else has just been a weird space gun.
Nice.
Oh well. I'll get the most out of it. Yeah, we'll double DP. I love it. I love the fight.
支配者は打倒される。それが歴史の必然だ。これだけの攻撃ならば。とどめだ。
My fight is over. Ugh. Let's put it up. No, I'm fine. It's not going anywhere. And then Darren's like, "Well, you beat the High-Days, dude." Blah. He's like, "Oh well, Luna, Darren did his best." And it's like, "Oh, wow, did he actually die?" And I was like, "No way, he's got too much love power. He ain't dying here." Even after the beating we gave him. And Mel's like, "Wow, darling, you're so complimentary to all your enemies." He's like, "We've got love power too." Yeah, we did it. The path to Wrath Babylon is clear. So, nice work. And Kid's like, wow, 12,000 years, finally going to be done. Finally going to sort out the bullshit. And it's like, but the... Yeah, so, and then Aui's like, but wait, Kate, you said there's 3 keys. And I mean, you and Orson are 2, like, who's the other one? And Kate's like, oh, it's Xena. Xena's the 3rd one. And he's like, yep, it's me. Didn't get that title by choice, but... And then Kay's like, well, neither did me and Orson, jeez, lady, please. But all 3 of them were present for the detonation of the original space-time concussion bomb that set all this dimensional malarkey off. But it's going to take more than just 3 singularities to do a dimensional healing on this world. Unius 7 might have sufficed for UCW, but this multi-dimensional world is a lot more entangled. Yeah, there's... and it has a different, greater singularity. And given how many worlds are involved, Tri says that we've got to find an ultra singularity to restabilize everything. And everyone's like, ultra singularity? Carrie's like, what the hell's that? And he's like, nobody fucking knows, kid. But either way, if we're going to do any healing, we've got to go through Wrath Babylon, and the 120 million year menace is lurking in the background. Later's like, I wonder what fiendish powers the Rising Archer will have. Only way to find out. And luckily we got most of mankind pulling for us. And apparently publicising the contents of the box has made everybody mad as hell. But Luna, Shiku and Barbiel, and then Australis don't have a good time. Thinking full frontal. Toby and Denzel have been serving as Tri's personal bodyguards after she fished the two of them out of the space between dimensions, which is where they ended up after the greater quake that made this world. And they're going to stay on as her bodyguards because Setsuko's come pretty far as an ace, and she gives a good name to the Glory Star Squadron, which is the conversation we're gonna get. He's like, Dobidenza, where have you been? Oh, you know, stuck in fucking actual limbo. But trying to fish this out with some bullshit, and you're doing the Glory Star Squadron proud. Xena tells Mail that it was Chrono who picked her codename McQueen. She didn't pick it, and if Mail had joined Chrono, she would have been given a code. Yeah, you would have been. Yeah, you would have been given a codename too. She's like, what? Like hot? She's like, no, more like child or baby. Like, Queen, but idiot. And he's like, all right. Jokes aside. And then Mel's like, all right, jokes aside, can you go get some coffee so I can? It's like, sure thing. Yeah, coffee. He's like, alright. So off she goes to get some coffee. He's like, okay, Rand, we need to talk. And Xena says that she's known of Chrono ever since her time in the UCW. It went into deep cover when Logos and Titans went and made themselves front page news, but she's known about it from step one. And while she knows she can't erase her past, she's been busy trying to craft a better future. And the Edel Burnell tolerated Chrono for reasons known only to himself, because he was a fucking loony. And after this world was formed, Chrono's king decided to keep Xena, being an original singularity that she is, from side drills as an insurance policy. But what the old man intended to do, she has no idea. And and under such circumstances, she's going to side with us, sort of as an act of self-preservation and part an act of faith. In like the light of the human heart she saw at the end of the multi-dimensional war. It was her decision to unleash Asukin from the zone, reasoning, it's like, you ask him, I don't like doing things. He's like, who let him out? It's like, yeah, I did. I let him out. And she basically said, like, he was going to be dangerous to you, but the Sidril's sphere reactors were going to be way more dangerous. So I thought, what's more, one more pigeon among the cats. And then Randy's like, don't worry about it. My instincts told me that ask him. We're going to set up the school with him eventually, so don't worry about it. And Crow and Marguerite, glad to see each other again. Marguerite's been working her fingers to the bone for Trier, because her Pernell has got loads of dimensional science gadgets in it. But she saw that Prince Uther would have approved. And Crow's like, you know what, Marguerite? I think so too. And then he says, you said you had something to say to me? And she's like, now's not the time for that. Not with Esther as she currently is. And he's like, okay. But it's like, hey, Crow, it's you want to be Prince of Mars with me? And he goes, yeah. I mean, Esther having no problem. I mean, sure. I guess they just want her to be around so she can be really devastated that Crow didn't pick Esther. She's like, well, we got married because we thought, you were dead or whatever. But no, it's like, we waited till you were woken up so we could make you really fucking upset. But it's Trier, and she mentions I was having a bad time, and AG now explains that Solarian is basically a delivery system for the Z crystal, and AG had to keep it secret at all costs, even from Hibiki. And it's more than just our trump card against side reels, which is why AG is showing its core to Hibiki and not Suzune, like specifically she isn't here. And AG says he knows that Hibiki used the quarrel in Twins Power at Industrial 7, and it's the most central of the spheres. And as far as AG knows, the spheres were originally a single object until it cracked for whatever reason. And in the same spirit, the various spheres align with various human emotions, and the quarreling twin is situated to control the others. And Sidril know this, and that explains why they've been treating Hibiki with, as a special case. But even if all 12 spheres come together, Angie is like, shouldn't try and draw on all of their power at once, that could be bad. And he says Suzume was saved because the various owners of the spheres all rejected her death. Or, in the case of Asukim, rejected Advent, being the one that was it, because Asukim's a shithead. And he says, call it a happy coincidence that all thoughts aligned perfectly, but any attempt to force it will only lead to tragedy. And as in, the person who tries it will become unable to live as a person. And then points to Esther. And Esther is currently in the crystal, just in big old crystal egg. It's like, I see you've met Esther. And Marguerite calls this effect violation, and it's a result of the revived cells left over from the dimensional beasts. Despite Crow and Uther's best efforts of like totally curing her with their spheres, she's become something of like of a zone, basically, with revived cells so thoroughly fused with her biology that it's basically controlling dimensional energy in order to keep her alive. And she can absorb dimensional energy from her surroundings and manipulate it at will. The problem is that the amount of energy she channels has gone up a lot since the last quake, and if they left her up and about onto her own devices, she'd probably just like burn out her psyche and die. So they put her into a super coma in the crystal egg, and she's the power supply for the Solarian, and she uses she controls the energy in the Z crystals. And it was an unexpected solution to the roadblock that Tribe been facing in how the fuck you manage dimensional energy. And she says that she doesn't expect Crow to like it, but she can promise him that she's doing everything she can to find a way to turn Esther back to normal once and for all. And he's like, you know what? Good enough, Chief. Good enough. I trust you. And then AG is like, hey, Vicky, Esther's only identifiable as a human right now because the Solarian control over the physical phenomena is, to some extent, limited. But if you try to use the power of God again, you might face far worse than having to go inside a crystal egg to be a battery for a spaceship. And Hibiki is like, yeah, but I might not have a choice. Because Hibiki's dramatic. Now Side will only have 52% of the world. That ain't bad. And now for the D-Trader. Oh, fuck me. Alright, happy Ace Pilot ready? Oh, thanks, AG. I mean, you're a real shithead, but you did it. We've got to go through everyone who's aced since then, but I think, yeah, okay. Happy Ace Pilot, Lady Trier. He's like, wow, you did the thing with Z Blue, and then she does a thing, and she does a foxy thing where she's like, I'll take you apart for spare parts. She's like, oh, anyway, business. Please don't take off my dick. And then Merida's alive, so they're like, oh wow, you get 1500 Z-chips for being alive, you survived, Industrial 7, nice work, you turned everything around. And then AG's like, wow Merida, you don't know how bad that could have gone. And here's Xena, she's like, so this is the D-Trader. And she's heard of the initiation and induction ritual for Z Blue, and she's like, gotta get it away real quick. And so she was like, let's open our business. And then AG's like, wow, you did a real good job. And she gets all shy and is like, really? And walks off, and he's like, wow, mama, that's really firing up seeing that lady get all, get all bashful. I like the lady bashful. Oh mama. Anyway, 2000 G-chips in my absence. So we got 3500. We did it. Thanks AG. You really fucking helped.